let's talk about one of the awesome new features that they've improved in Husbandry Pro. What's up, everybody? I'm Jeremy. You guys are watching Morphs. This week's video, folks, all thanks to my buddy John there at 121 Mutations. He was just on the live here this past week. Gave me a great idea. Let's go over and kind of like revamp, like get back into the Husbandry Pro series as well, kind of bring that back to life. So that's what this week's video is about, folks. This week's video is going over the new label designer. I'm just going to take you guys through, show you guys how to make your labels. And they're the cage cards, but this label designer is so much better, so much easier. It is leaps and bounds. Huge improvement over what they had before. So you guys need to get on this and get these made, so that way when you go to these shows, put them on your displays, and it just makes everything so much easier for your customers as well, along with yourself for when you're, at the HQ. So let's go ahead, dive on into this. But before we do, folks, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Drop me a comment down below. What do you guys think about this new label designer? Have you used it before? Was this video helpful? Just let me know here at some point. Are you enjoying this video? Is it helpful? Hopefully it is. But let's go ahead and dive on into this, guys. Head on over to Triforce Morphs if you're looking for that missing piece in your ball python breeding project. While you're there, add a little bit of lace or citron to the mix, folks. John and Christine can also hook you up with the crested gecko, so don't forget that. Turn up the heat with Triforce Morphs.
If you want to use the best reptile record-keeping and tracking software on the market today, scan the QR code or click our partnership link in the description down below for a free 30-day trial of Husbandry Pro. I promise you, you will not regret it.
All right, so here we are at the dashboard. Scroll up here, and you see all these new nice little things. Look at the new public marketplace shed testing, guys. You can get your shed test ordered from Charlie at Gray Rider Reptiles. Use code CARPET15. If you go directly through Charlie, the code does not work through this, but you will get all the same pricing that Charlie gives normally, right, his regular pricing through ordering through Husbandry Pro. Plus, you have a really neat little promo going on currently. So go over to their Facebook, Instagram, check out what the new promo is. But you can order your shed tests through Husbandry Pro now with Charlie at Gray Rider Reptiles, shedtesting.com. I guess it's just shedtesting.com now. You need to get used to that it's just shedtesting.com. So go over here to utilities, go down to label designer. Originally, we had the Dymo printer labels. We had the sheet label designer, which is what the last video I did covering the labels was using. Now, or maybe it was the cage cards or cage card designer. I can't remember. But now we've got the label designer, which is leaps and bounds way, way better than what we had before. So go over here to custom. They have several different things already preset. You could customize your own stuff here if you would so choose. I had originally gone with this Brother 38 mil. It's nice and small. It's what I'm using currently is this. So anyway, back to the thing here. So over here, you have what you can use or what you can put on your card. So, of course, you're going to want the QR code. And then you can pick, show, hide. Obviously, you want to show the QR code. And you can, if you wanted activity-specific QR labels or if you just want to do the standard QR code, I would say stick with the standard, but obviously this is all up to you. You can customize how big that code is. we'll just go like that with it. Keep in mind, though, folks, that you want to keep the background color. My recommendation: keep the background color white. If you get some different colors going on there, I have heard of people having issues when it comes to scanning. So white background is preferred, and then with the black foreground, just that way it looks like how it is right now. Now, you can choose sex icon. You want to have the sex icons on there. Show or hide it. Hell, why not? Let them on. Actually, that's the exact same location I had mine pop up at. Then you can even pick what color they're in, guys. So, black, white, red, blue, whatever color that is, light gray, darker gray, whatever. You can also have it selected as if it's the icon, M, F, or U for male, female, unknown, or you can have it written out in long form. Icon's just so much easier. It's a little bit more, or a little bit less gaudy, just a little bit more compact. That's how I do like it. Next thing, fields. So here you can select what you want to be shown on your card. Now, obviously, for me, I like to have the animal ID, descriptor, and this is where you don't really it kind of doubles things up for me by adding the descriptor on there, because I put the descriptor on there for combos like this one here with the vanilla Batman, because I do use combo names sometimes, so that's why I have the descriptor there. I do also activate the genetics, which is why I say it's kind of doubling up, because now you have the descriptor, and sometimes there's no fancy name for these combos, so you're labeling genetics twice, kind of. Or actually, not kind of, you are labeling genetics twice sometimes. But it is what it is. So, and then you can drag these wherever you want them as well, guys. So, and here's where you're going to have to play around with it a little bit as well. And I'll show you how I have mine actually all set up. One that I have, because you can save these as well. So I'll show you the ones I have preset and saved. So that way you can see how sometimes you're thinking, oh my God, they're overlapping here. It's not going to look like that when it comes time to print. You can go, and if you want to put a feeder item on there, I wouldn't do that, just because, your feeder item will change depending how long you have the animal. Sales price, you could do that if it is for sale. I still prefer to write stuff on my displays, just so you can change the prices, all that stuff. But yeah, you could select to have the sales price on there. You can select to have the location, date acquired, any notes. Basically anything on here you can put on your card.
Make sure you check out Nathan at Infinite Possible Pythons. He is your guy to go to if you want to get into the Bang project. On top of it, he's working a bunch of awesome ball python projects. Kahua geckos, Leachianus geckos, crested geckos, some scaleless corn snakes, and he is your one-stop shop for all your branding needs. So check him out. Check out Chris Shelley over at S Reptilia if you need a high-end ball python, blood python, locality boa, or colubrid. He's also Pennsylvania's distributor of Coco to Go and the Chipper, and he can also hook you up with some rats. So make sure you guys check out Chris over at S Reptilia.
Now, you can even add custom text if you would like. That's up to you. Change the fonts if you want. It's totally up to you guys. You can change it to whatever makes you happy. You can, just have at it. You can change the text color, font size, bold, italic, underline. Do whatever you want. I'm a simple person, though, so we're just going to kind of let it like that. You can also select for animal photos, where it will then put a little photo of said animal, which we'll just put it there. I don't do this. Reason being, especially with this size of card, it's a very tight space. I use this card solely so that way, it fits nicely on my racks, but also it's just easy transferable onto the displays, and it does not take up the whole display. It fits very nice on every display. So You can, but anyway, if you decide to go a bigger card, or maybe you don't want to use, you don't want to use your logo or whatever here, that which I'll show you later on. And you'd rather have a picture of the animal, have at it, guys. But you could do that. We're not going to do that though. But the option is there. Then you can go to image. Now here you can add an image, which is where I add my logo. I have it all saved up on a file, and you would then add it onto there. Actually, we can do that. Let's see if, and then we'll just go with this one. We'll just go with this one. I don't know if that's the right one or not, but it's the one we're going to use for right now, just because this is a mock-up anyway. So there you go. And the whole reason behind this is it's more of a branding ploy for me. So yeah. Now here's the thing: you can set this up however you want. You can. Well, we'll play with the background color here once, and then I'll go on with what I was going to say. But you guys know me. We got to go green. Go with the green. So right here where it says background image, you can have it as nothing, like I have it. You can put an image actually as the background, and then it kind of takes over, for the color stuff. Totally up to you, however you want to do it. I don't. Again, I like simple. This is me, guys. This is where I'm at. Simple but professional looking. So we'll just let that blank like that, and then you click next. So here you have a mock-up of what our card looks like. Now, you can, want to print multiple per page or just one label. Which do you want, multiples, or do you just want to do one single label? Now, and here you can do A4 letter custom as far as the size. I just let it on A4. Now here we go. Here, rows. I go. Now on your standard sheet of paper, you can go ahead and you can get like 4 or 5 rows, I think it is. I forget how I have my actual one set up. So there you can see we've got our rows there. And then columns, you can comfortably, actually not comfortably, it takes up it will take up the whole page. 2 columns. Again, this, all depends on how big your labels are as to how much you can fit per page. Now, here you can go around and you can play with your margins. Obviously, you've got a huge top margin and you've got a huge bottom margin. You can go ahead and you can just play with these numbers to make better use of the page as well. So there you can see, it kind of, we're just going to put it at a 5. There you go. Bottom margin, we're going to put it at a 5. There you go. Left and right, it can, you can play with these numbers to make better use of your paper. You might have to do a couple prints just to see how it all works out in the long run. Do you want to show the border around the label? That's up to you guys. You could show the border, or you cannot show a border. Doesn't really much matter to me. Whichever you want. We'll just click show border. What the hell?
Stop wasting time trying to prove out animals or taking chances on possible heads or genes you don't know that are there. Head on over to Charlie at Gray Rider Reptiles and ShedTesting.com for all of your shed testing needs. He's fast, accurate, and adding new tests on a regular basis. So head on over to ShedTesting.com and check him out. Make sure to use the code CARPET15 for 15% off of your shed test order. Use nothing but the best at ShedTesting.com.
What is the column gap? So, since I cut my stuff out, and obviously if you're doing this, you're going to have to do it too. I always like giving myself a little bit of room, so we'll go 3 there, and the row gap will go, we'll go 2. Why not? So there you go. There you have that. So there is what you're looking at. Now, as I was saying before, I forget exactly how many columns you can get or how many rows you can get on a sheet of normal printer paper. I think it's 4 or 5. Don't quote me on it though, but it should be some 4 or 5 rows, I do believe. But you'll print it, and it'll just print all. It'll fill up your sheets. So we'll hit next now. Now here you can go down through, you can select whatever the hell you want it to do for your cards. So we're just going to do some carpets. Why not, right? Actually, it's not even just carpets. We're just going to go with this first little bit here. All right, so those are the ones that we're going to print the labels for. And you hit next. And there you go. So here you can see, this is what I was talking about, where you're going to have to play around a little bit. Here you can see, ID number, what it is. And you can see that if you're OCD like me, the genetics or the name should be down a little bit farther. The ID number, perfect location, but that descriptor's got to come down a little bit. And even select, like when you're doing this, select some of your very high gene-packed animals and see how that all lines up here with the bottom with your genetics. Just make sure it doesn't run into any of like your logo, your male female icons. Just make sure nothing kind of overlaps like it is here. So basically what I would do then, I would just go back to previous, go all the way back, and adjust that, which we can go ahead and do that real quick. So we'll just drop this down a little bit. Do it like that. All right, now we'll go next. Same bunch. And boom, look at that. So much nicer looking. So that there would then be ready to print. You would just go and you could hit save and print if you're happy with how this looks and give it a name, or you hit print. And the only downfall is if you just hit print, it doesn't save the setup. So I would suggest hitting the save and print. So that way you can go back and you can always, reuse this if you're 100% happy with it, or you can go and edit it from here and then just rename it. So let's go. Since I do have my own all set up, let's just go back here. I'll show you how I have my stuff set up. Because I do actually have 2 different things saved. So,
are you ready to take it to the next level? Then check out DTMG Pythons. Danny is best known for his awesome clown ball python projects. This year's focus is Confusion, Hurricane, and Disco Inferno clowns. He also specializes in high-end crested gecko morphs such as Exantic, Lily White, and Exantic Lily Whites, along with the Deadpool line of gargoyle geckos. Check out his morph market and Instagram, DTMG Pythons. Just buy it.
Here you have a default incubator card. Awesome. I do have my own clutch card set up, which I'll show this off to you here. So you have the hatch date, sire genetics, and the sire ID, the dam ID, along with the dam's genetics, and then the clutch number over here. And then right here you have how many viable eggs are in that clutch. It just kind of keeps that number right there in the corner, so that way I know how many eggs I'm dealing with. That way if I do have one that goes bad, I can always refer back to that and be like, okay, that's why I'm short. So that's how I have my clutch cards set up for, in the incubator. Then you've got the QR code there. So when you just scan it, it tells you all the information as well as what this clutch card is doing. Also allows you to convert your animals through your phone when they do hatch. Now, let's go to my cage cards and show cards. We'll load that up. And there you have it, guys. I've got my custom, I call it my custom green. I do have a little bit brighter green than what I was showing you earlier. But I've got my logo there. Sex icon, animal ID, descriptor, genetics, QR code. Now, you can change around with the lettering, bold, all that stuff, the size of everything. Let me just go And you can see how I have mine set up there. Didn't really play around too much with the margins, but 6 rows, 2 columns. So I was almost right. I think I said 4 or 5, 6 rows that you can fit on it. So hit next. So you can even change these margins up a little bit. It's actually a little much, but hey, whatever. That setup works for me. Like I said, play with whatever you want. Play around with it. See what works best for you. Then I hit next. Now, let me see. Let's go down here and try to find something that's got a lot of genetics to it. Let's see. We'll go with that one. Let's see what else can we click on that's got a lot of stuff going on with it. I'll go with the leopard banana citron. Let's also do this one. And we'll just do one of the carpets, just that way you can see a little bit of difference there. So we'll go to next. There you can see like right there, the head kind of hangs out right under my logo. It's a little close, but it does stay just slightly under it. It actually looks a little bit closer than how it prints out. I'm trying to even find that exact one. When you print it out, it actually drops it down just a touch. So that way it actually does not touch the icon. Or my logo, sorry. So you would then you hit save and print, if unless you want to go back and change anything. Obviously, this is how I like my cage card, so I would just hit print. And we're not actually going to print it, but I will show you the printing screen. And poof, there. Now there again, there's only 4 that I've selected. But there you can see on how it drops it down a little bit more. So that way it's not up in the logo itself. So that's it, guys. That is the new label designer. Like I was saying before, it was so much easier, so much more cut and dry. Play around with it. I like these smaller. I like these smaller cards because if you're using display cases at your shows and it's the 5 slot, these fit perfectly right across the top of them. It still gives you like 95% viewing of the animal. So super nice to have them this size. Like I said, it fits perfectly across the top of the 5 slots, and gives you still a lot of visibility on the animal. Allows your customers to scan it and get all the information that you do allow them to see, provided you've got the QR code set up to the proper setting to where it's for everybody and not just you through Husbandry Pro. That's a totally different video, though. I do have that in a video. I think it's in the initial setup video. So go check that out if that's something that you are interested in. It will be in that video. So go back, check it out. It is in the Husbandry Pro series. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different. It was different doing it this way and then doing, through the phone. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's video, though. Hopefully this video was helpful. Yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Don't forget, use that code WARFLES60. Get that 60 days free of Husbandry Pro. If you have any questions about Husbandry Pro, do not hesitate to reach out. Let me know. I am more than happy to help you. Gotta give me a little bit of leeway, though. I might be a little bit busy. Remember, family, kids, snakes, all this stuff. I will get back to you as soon as I can, though, and help you out with whatever issue you are having. Also, don't forget Carpet 15, Charlie over there at shedtesting.com. 15% off of your shed test order. Make sure you guys go ahead and use those codes. Also, don't forget, check out the channel members. Link for the channel membership is in the description down below. Check out the channel sponsors as well. And also, big thing, I need to put this out there more. Maybe you guys aren't looking for it in the description. But my link tree is in the description down below. If you click on that link tree, it will give you a link then, all my links, but in that tree, there is a link to the available animals here at Warfels Morphs. Click it, see if there's something that does interest you. Let me know, hit me up, and you can inquire through my Husbandry Pro store, because that actually has everything that is available. Everything that's available is not on Morph Market. Everything is on Husbandry Pro. So I kind of put odds and ends onto Morph Market, but everything that's available here is on the Husbandry Pro store. So go ahead, check that out. Send me an inquire. If there is something that interests you, even message me on Instagram, whatever. But inquire through Husbandry Pro. It's so much easier. That's going to be it, guys. Greatly appreciate all the love and support. Have an awesome week, and I will see you this weekend on the live Inside the Coils, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And have a great week. Later.